Hey, everybody. I apologize. I needed a drink of water really quickly. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Your girl is back. I'm feeling so much better. It is time to get into the latest episode of Survivor. Survivor 46 is not missing for me. This is a really good season. It does kind of feel like old school Survivor. It does kind of feel like everybody is playing the game for themselves. It feels like everyone wants to win this money. Nobody's just sitting back. Even Liz has entered the game. And Liz was sitting back just worried about her 20 businesses. So I'm really excited about this season of Survivor. This was another great episode. I should have did the challenge first because I feel like I have less to say about the challenge than I do about Survivor, but I'm going to try to keep this one time, if not a little bit early. Just some quick updates. Many of you all know I went and had a colonoscopy the other day. Everything went great. Some people were in the DMs asking, so I just wanted to put that out there. The anesthesia kind of took me out. I probably slept all day. I had headache. I really have not ate anything since you. If you don't know, you have to take this nasty drink for the colonoscopy to flush your system out. And that was on Tuesday. And on that day, you can't eat anything. You have to be on clear liquids only. So I really have not ate anything since Monday. That sounds weird. So I'm finally starting to get my appetite back. So I probably won't be on here long because I want to DoorDash me some food. And it's raining outside, so I'm not going. Hey, Dr. Ivy Girl. I feel like I haven't said Dr. Ivy Girl in a minute. Hey, Evita. I'm disappointed with how Survivor's going this season. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper. Hey, Eric. I'm not disappointed with, hey, Glenda. I'm not disappointed with how it's going this season, Evita. Like, to me, this is a really, really good season of Survivor. It's messy. It's messy. It's messy. I'm kind of disappointed that the Black people are going after each other, but hey, it is what it is. They never listen to me. That's right here in my thing at the bottom. They never listen to me. The Black people always voting each other out, and for the life of me, why people can't keep their idols a secret, I don't understand. Hey Taj, hey Lock Queen, DM Rocks. When I get on the show and I find out, I'm not telling you. Better not tell nobody. Anybody in my chats that are future Survivor players, and y'all find idols and y'all start yapping at the mouths. Don't say nothing when I be talking about you on the YouTube. I expect at least the people in this chat to know. Zip it with the idol. Zip it. Okay. Did I say hi to everybody? If I forgot, forgive me. Forgive me. But I kind of want to get into the episode because, like I said, I'm hungry and I want to DoorDash my food. And we got to talk about the challenge next. I just got my oh, you got your email. Well, good luck, DM Rocks. Good luck. Now, see, I only know you as DM Rocks. How am I gonna know that is you if you make it on the show? I guess you'll DM me. Just DM me and tell me your real name when you do make it on the show so I can root for you. Because I feel like if you've been listening to my chats, I got to put you on my fantasy team because I'm giving y'all some good advice. I just could never do it. I just could never do it. But anyway, the episode kind of opens up with everybody talking about Q. Q still looking pitiful. He all over there sleep on the boat while everybody else talking about him in the shelter. Tiffany goes over there and cusses him clean out. And I was here for it. I was here for it. But was there a point to it? I'm with you, Tiff. This man was targeting you last week, and he still lied in your face talking about, oh, the 6, and you said Maria, so that's how your name go out there. And I just kind of felt like the 6 needed to know everything. No, they didn't. But Tiffany, I blame you. Kiss My Cheeks 101 for Survivor. If you find the idol, keep it to yourself. I don't understand why Tiffany told Mackenzie or Q about her idol. So nobody can snitch on your idol, Tiffany, if you don't snitch on yourself first. Now, I do think Tiffany found the idol when Mackenzie was around, so that's how Mackenzie got in it. But Q ain't have to be in it. Q did not have to be in it. But then when it comes to Yanu, ain't no friends over there on Yanu. Because this week, Kenzie was going after Tiffany. And I'm just like, y'all really don't want to win the game. But what did I tell y'all? I said it last week. I agree, Eric. He needed to be cussed out. And everybody should have been cussing him out, not just Tiffany. Everybody. And see, I wouldn't even have cussed. I can't curse. I wouldn't have even cussed him out. I just would have voted him out. We wouldn't have been worried about Q this week if it was me. But I agree with Kenzie. If you want to quit, get on your 2 feet and get to walking. I'm not about to vote you out if you want to quit. I agree with Kenzie. But we ain't going to go back to last week. Leave that there. Q still here. I kind of feel like Q is a shoe-in to sit in the finale and get 0 votes, to be honest. To be honest, at first I thought it was Liz, but now Liz want to get in the game. I think it's Q. Let's just drag him to the end. Why not? Nobody's voting for him. Nobody is voting for Q. So let me get back in my thought process because y'all know your girl ain't take no notes. Angie was right about Kenzie. I got to eat my words because I was rooting for her. I was right about Kenzie. I did call Kenzie Emily 3.0, but then I took it back. I still kind of take it back. I feel like it's no Emily's this season. It's really just some cutthroat game players. I don't think anybody is doing anything racial this season, so I'm not going to put that on nobody. But I was right about Kenzie. And where I'm right about Kenzie is it's easier for Kenzie to maneuver through this crowd as a white woman than it is for Tiffany. And that's just society as a whole. And it ain't nothing against nobody, but she has more things in common with like a Ben. She can go grab up Venus and Liz. I think it's easier for Kenzie to rebuild an army than it would be for Tiffany to rebuild an army, because I feel like Tiffany needs Kenzie to rebuild an army where Kenzie can go out and rebuild on her own. But for the life of me, how... Put it in the chat real quick. We're gonna get to the episode because the episode was kind of boring into the immunity challenge. How is Siga going so far under the radar? Like, how is, forget Ben. Ben can also be a 0 vote finalist. But why is no one looking at Maria and Charlie? Like, everyone is like, oh, I need to get with Maria and Charlie. Like Q, Kenzie, everybody wants to grab Maria and Charlie to do stuff, but nobody is targeting them. Nobody sees their threat level. Charlie has been sitting up here in the same immunity challenges 1 and 2 with Hunter. But everybody worried about Hunter, but y'all ain't looking at Charlie. And then Maria, to me, is the mastermind. Maria is the one, for me, if it's somebody everybody wants to go to make a move happen, we need to run this by Maria before we do this. Maria is the one that has to go. She's the one that has to go. I don't know. We'll get to my rankings at the end of it, but I still think it's Maria and Charlie's game to lose. Liz and Venus need to look. I like Venus, and I'm starting to like Liz. It's really nobody I dislike, but Liz want to play the game, go for it. But Liz is highly delusional because Liz was crying in white woman tears on the beard, and I wanted on the beach, and I want to go psh, psh, get it together. I'm so upset. Q had all these antics at tribal council, and that was supposed to be my move. I was supposed to be the one to get out. Who did they get out? Tevin. That was my move, and it was overshadowed by Q wanting to quit. How? How was it overshadowed where ultimately your move still occurred? The way I would not have been listening to her crying on that beach. I have to work on my... Do I need to work on my empathy? Because I would have just been looking at her like, girl, if you don't suck it up. Suck it up, Liz. Tevin is still sitting over there in the jury. What are you worried about? And to me, perception is everything. Everyone is going to give that move to Venus. Let me share my screen real quick because I got some tweets. And this tweet right here says it all. somebody tweeted, and I 100% agreed. Venus tweeted this. There's something so satisfying about your biggest ops going out 1, 2, and 3. And that's so true because Soda has been against Venus. Tevin has hated Venus since the beginning of the game, and Tevin and Hunter were besties. So everybody who hated Venus, put votes on Venus, is sitting on the jury 1, 2, and 3. Even if Venus is slightly delulu about gathering these votes, like I don't give her credit for Soda, but she might can get a little credit for Tevin and Hunter. A little bit, not a lot. Ultimately, Venus can sit up in the final 3 and be like, look, everybody from Nami hated me, but now all of Nami got to cast me a vote. Now, she probably can't say it like that. That's a little bit too... That's probably how Venus would say it, and that's probably why she wouldn't win. But that's what she means. Nami had the most numbers going into this, and y'all knocked each other out like this for no reason. When y'all could have easily voted Venus out, and y'all would still be in the game. But anyway, I'm not mad at Venus. And they better get it together because Liz, you over there doing all that crying and ain't nobody thinking about you. Not AI Angie. Oh, you said I agree. I need to be more caring. I am very caring. I really am. I already went through the live about the emotions, and we ain't about to go back there. We're not about to go through no therapy sessions over here. You were also mad. Venus is literally so entertaining. I like Venus. Her Twitter fingers are crazy. You know what? I just happened to fall upon that tweet. I might have to go out and follow Venus because I love somebody being messy after the episode. I live for it. That's like Norris. I had to go follow Norris. I love a little bit of highlights after the episode. Tiffany better watch her back. Tiffany's in trouble. Tiffany could have easily went home this week. I'm surprised they didn't split the votes between Tiff and Hunter, but we'll get there. What happened next? Everybody cussed out Q. Liz cried on the beach. I was over that. Let's just go ahead and fast forward to the immunity challenge, because let me tell you something. Jeff. Are they giving him a script? Are they telling him to be shady like this? Because let me say this. You know, they did a little challenge. I ain't got to go over the challenge. It was 3, 3, and 3, and it was a knockout challenge. You know, whichever team don't make it here is out. Whichever team don't make it here is out. And then the last 3 compete against themselves. We all watched it. We ain't got to go back through it. But Jeff started the challenge off by saying, Q, Venus, Liz, I don't even expect y'all to make it past the first round. And I was at home like, what? I was thinking that, Jeff, but what? You just said you ain't gonna encourage. You supposed to be encouraging these people. They fighting for $1 million, and you just straight up told these people, y'all can go ahead and sit down. I don't even expect y'all to make it past the first round. I was hollering at home. I was hollering, and I had to put my phone on pause and tweet because I just was like, Jeff. I think Jeff doesn't like Q. I really think Jeff is disappointed and doesn't like Q, all that quitting talk he's been doing. Jeff doesn't like quitters. The same way I felt like TJ was shady with Jay on the 39 of the challenge, I feel like that's how Jeff is with Q. Like, he just don't see it for him. He doesn't see it. And I was hollering. Now, Q, Venus, and Liz did make it to part 2, but they went on and sat down. I was like, if Q wins this immunity, that's going to be a mess. Because, I don't know, Q is kind of heavy. And that hang-on challenge is for lighter people because you don't have so much weight pulling you down. That probably would have been a Mackenzie challenge, or Liz probably could have pulled something off. I don't know. But we're going to get to Jeff and his popcorn. You would have told Jeff to shut the hell up. I probably would have said something slick like, what the fuck? We ain't supposed to be cursing. Lord, ain't supposed. I'll be like, what the F you talking about, Jeff? I got to work on this cursing. It's so hard. It's so hard. But yeah, who you talking to? That was hilarious. Jeff been real shady lately, and I'm living for it. I'm living for it too. I don't care. I don't like Q no more either. So go ahead, roast him, Jeff, and give me something to tweet about. No, when I hear Jeff talk about Q, I think he likes Q in his chaos. You think so? He probably does. Jeff loves a live tribal council. He loves when tribal council is chaotic. That's why he brought that popcorn out. But let me tell you something, Jeff, while we talking about that popcorn. Let me go ahead and tell you something. Mackenzie did it better. Not Mackenzie, Lord. Michaela. Michaela, forgive me. You know I love you, girl. But Michaela did it better, Jeff. Because Michaela did it twice. One time she had that cup of tea, and the second time she had that coconut that she popped into some popcorn. So I know Jeff got it from the great Michaela, great TV, but Michaela did it first and Michaela did it better. Much better. Because see, Jeff, you supposed to keep the popcorn and you supposed to just bring it out when they get to yapping and just start eating it and just make it a moment. But you had to announce it. I got my cushion. I got my popcorn. You know, you had to make a big show out of it. Where Michaela was just like, oh, okay. You should just, as soon as they would have got a live tribal, I would have pulled my cushion out, got my popcorn, and just gave us a TV moment. But see, you announced it, then they start begging for food, and then you felt bad for them, and you had to pass it around. And I was like, the moment, it ain't cute like it could have been. So good try, Jeff. Good try. But yes, Michaela is hilarious. Hilarious. Qua, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. Let's go ahead and get to the foolishness of it all. So let me see if I pull up my next slide. We at the tribal council. No, where we at? We just finished the immunity challenge. And it's time to go see who gets the votes tonight. Charlie has the necklace. Congratulations, Charlie. That was, I saw both of their knees and ankles was shaking. That looked really hard. But shout out to Charlie for pulling it off. Like I said, that's usually a skinnier, lighter person's challenge because they have less weight pulling on them. So shout out to Charlie for winning that. But let me go here. I saw somebody put this on Twitter and I just had to share it. I apologize. I didn't grab your name so you can get credit for your work, but you know who you are. Everybody hates Tiff. We already know Maria hates Tiff because Tiffany brought up her name. Tiffany is the only smart one on the beach. Oh Lord, let me put this on Do Not Disturb before it gets to chirping. Tiffany is the only smart one on the beach trying to go target Maria, which I think is a smart thing. Then we know Q, he the only one that can go against the six. Tiffany mentioned the six, so Q threw Tiffany's name out there and, you know, told everybody about the idol. Then here comes Kenzie. Yeah, tonight could be an easy vote. We could all just vote out Q or we could all just target Hunter, but why not throw a vote on Tiff and make her spin her idol or go home with the idol? I'm like, not your number one. Not your number one. Not your ride or die. See, I don't think people understand. As soon as you give license for your ride or die to go, yeah, they'll take that shot. But then the next week, now you ain't got nobody fighting for you. So Kenzie, you can go sit next to her, just like Soda and Tevin. I don't understand why people don't see this. If you really want to take a shot at your ride or die, why not do that around vote when it's 5 people left in the game, you know, right before fire making, or at 6. But it's 9 of y'all. It's too many it's too much game left to play. It's too much game left to play. Why, Kenzie, as soon as you get out Tiffany, they're getting you out. And they were really gathering the votes for Tiffany. Like Tiffany was really about to be the vote until somebody said something about Hunter. No, this is where not taking notes gets confusing. I think no, Q came in wanting to get out Hunter. He went to Maria and was like, Hunter ain't got that necklace. Let's get him out. And everybody was like, you ain't about to cause chaos and then come in and start dictating the game again. And then people started talking about Q again. Then it went back to Hunter. Then it went, I was like, this is why y'all can't ever get the vote together. Right. Maria and Charlie have not said each other's name, period. And that's why they're getting to the end. They haven't mentioned each other's name. They linked up, what was it, episode 1, episode 2? I got your back, you got my back. You got the girls, I got the guys. We start knocking the girls and the guys out, but we are tight. Even when Maria was in the +1 alliance, she ain't ever throw out Charlie's name. Ever. And y'all just, Maria and Charlie will let y'all take the shots at each other because, one, as long as y'all shooting at each other, y'all ain't shooting at us. And as your numbers dwindle, our numbers gain. So yeah, let's take out Tiff. Let's take out Hunter. Let's take out Q. We don't care as long as we ain't talking about Maria and Charlie. Like when I get on a game show like that, that's how I want my ride or die to be. We'll ride or dies to the end. We'll duke it out at the final tribal council. Or I might get cutthroat around 4 or 5 and cut you out then. But not at 9, not at 10. No, y'all are dumb. I agree with that comment 100%. So at some point, Hunter hears his name. And then he gets to yapping, doing the one thing I be telling people not to do. Hunter, you could have made a good move tonight, Hunter, because everybody would have threw votes on you. You and Q. Forget Q. The way Q acted last week, I would never put my trust in him. But here you go talking about, I got an idol, so I might play it tonight and we can make a move and we could get out Tiff. Or maybe we can get out whoever. And I'm like, as soon as Hunter said he had an idol, I said he going home. I was like, Hunter going home. As soon as and then everybody, I'm playing my idol tonight, y'all. So I don't know what y'all gonna do, but I'm playing my idol. And then I don't understand how you go to tribal council telling everybody I'm playing my idol tonight, but then you don't play it. I got to tweeting in too. I said, Hunter, I don't give a damn what people are saying to your face. You need to play that idol. I don't even care if you waste the idol. You need to play it because no, I guess they wanted to get out Ben. Q wanted to get out Ben. And they was like, let's put our votes on Ben and we'll play the idol, whatever. I was like, I don't care what these people saying to your face. You better play that idol. And when that idol didn't come out his pocket, bye. I don't know what to tell you, sir, because look, you doing foolishness like this. Let me go back. I think I got one more slide to show. You out here doing all of this, and you think people really want to keep you in the game? They talking about always manage your threat level. You out here doing backflips on the pole, climbing 30 feet up in a tree for hide and go seek. You found a secret idol that nobody on Nami knew anything about, and then you went around telling everybody, and then you go to tribal council and don't play it. And you supposed to have all the survivor puzzles and everything else all up, but your house is decorated survivor, and you get on here and not play an idol? I guess you want to take a little decoration home. You could have bought you some beads at Hobby Lobby or somewhere and made you a fake idol. Whatever. Anyway, I'm over it. So we get to tribal council. We already go through Jeff's theatrics of pulling out his cushion and his pillow. I think I got one more slide. I want to shout out Tevin. One good thing about Tevin, and I feel like this whole jury season, is he gonna give me some outfits. I love this outfit. I'm mad I didn't get I believe the pants, that color is called chartreuse. I believe that's how you pronounce that. That lovely greenish yellow that's in his blouse. He had on them pants and they look like some wide legs, and I love me a good wide leg. I said, oh, Tevin look good. sitting up there in the jury. Soda, I mean, it's already over, but you could have did a little bit better. I didn't really like that dress Soda had on, but I'm sure Tevin to help you pull your outfits out the closet going forward. But anyway, it's really nothing else to say. Tribal Council was live. They made it seem like Q was going home. Some people were like, I'm voting Q. Hunter looking around, and I'm like, oh, you really trust him? And Hunter goes home. The vote is split 4-4-1. For some reason, Q voted for Ben. As soon as I saw it was a tie and Hunter didn't play his idol, I said, Hunter, you might as well go ahead and pack up that little bag you got sitting next to you and bring it to Jeff. We ain't even got to waste our time. But anyway, you was living for Soda and Tevin not doing any facial expressions during tribal. Tevin is still mad. And to me, Tiffany, you was doing too much. You was doing too much. Like, you talking about we had a plan and we didn't care what Q was doing. We was executing, not playing. Too much talking, Tiff. Let Tevin think Venus voted him out. Because Tevin ain't voting for Venus to get no $1 million. I can tell you that right now. Soda might be crazy enough because she gave her little pat on the back when she left. But I'm sure Tevin, Tevin really can't do nothing to Soda because he was the one who got Soda out. Anyway, I don't care nothing about Soda or Tevin because Black people, y'all, that's y'all fault. Neither one of y'all would have been sitting on the bench if y'all would have played the Tribal Council a little bit better. But Tiffany, you was doing a little bit too much yapping to still be in the game. I would let everybody else take all the hits for the jury. And then when it's time to explain your game, when you make it to the final 3, that's when you explain your game. When you get to yapping at Tribal Council for the jury, when you get to yapping around the campfire about what you did, you ain't got to say all that because now when people see you have a resume, now it's time for you to go. I would always be mute at Tribal Council. You wouldn't, yeah. I Venus did. Because then when it's time to really tell the truth around that campfire, then you can call Venus out. They don't like Venus no way. I feel like Venus and Q are the 2 people you need to have sitting at that final. I don't know what Maria, if I'm rooting for anybody, I'm kind of rooting for Maria over Charlie because Maria is in my age bracket and I love to see, are we middle-aged? I guess we're middle-aged. The middle-aged women. I would love to see one of them win. And Maria, to me, has been playing a really good game. So Maria, what you got to do is drag Venus to the end. They're very delusional. And at some point, don't even let Charlie make fire. I would drag all of Sega, Venus, and Q. This is if I'm Maria. All of Sega can go. That's Maria, Charlie, Ben. So at final 5, Venus and Q. If I'm Maria, I'm working at the final 5 to get out Charlie, and then I would make Ben and Q or Ben and Venus. Ben and Venus make fire. Q would be sitting next to me, period. Easy, 0 votes. Ben and Maria could fight over that fire making challenge and whoever. I don't think any of them get any votes anyway. Liz could be a good one. Tiffany and Kenzie are out of there. I don't see it for Tiffany and Kenzie, but let's get to the rankings since we're talking about it. I can go over my rankings of who I think, how we do this, who I think has the best chance of winning, losing. I kind of quit doing who I like and who I didn't like because I really like everybody. It's nobody that I dislike except for Q. Like Q on my nerve. But that's it. Get in the chat. Tell me if you agree. If you have any questions in the chat that you want me to give my 2 cents on, put that out there. If not, I might end this live early and start up the challenge because your girl is hungry. Let's see. Now, this is just my 2 cents. The people who I think can win. I know y'all looking at Venus. When I just said Venus, I would drag her to the end with 0 votes. But if Charlie and Maria aren't sitting there, Venus has a good chance to win. Like, I think Venus can win over She definitely can win over Q if Q is sitting there. If it's Venus, Q, and Ben, Venus is winning. If it's Venus, Q, and Liz, Venus is winning. Like Venus has a really good chance of winning this game if she can be smart enough to get Maria and Charlie out the way. If Maria and Charlie are there, Venus, you might as well go ahead and get your little zero votes. See who gonna get a little Sia award. I don't know. You better do something nice for Sia to give you a little bit of money. I don't know. But to me, the only two people have a really, really, really good chance of winning are Maria and Charlie, but Venus could sneak up in there. The tides could turn. I might be lying. I don't see it for Tiffany and her idol. Like now that everybody knows you have an idol, it's your turn next week, Tiff. Like they just got Hunter out, girl. If you don't do nothing else, Tiffany, you better run around that beach and find that idol because you know they're gonna replan the idol since Hunter went home with it. Tiffany, you need to run and find it and have two idols because I'm telling you, the only reason they didn't target you this week is because Hunter didn't have that necklace. They know you have an idol. They can't let you get to the end. You could go on immunity challenge run. You are very strong, Tiffany. I don't want it to happen to you, but I just feel like your target is next. Ben, I feel like is just happy to be there. The edit hasn't shown him strategically do anything, but I still like you. The tides could turn, they might, but I don't see them turning your way. Up next is the orange jacket people, the people who I think have zero chance of winning, and that's definitely Q. Is Liz, you still down there? Like you too delusional for me in your gameplay. And I still think Liz doesn't care. She already got $50 million in the bank. And Kenzie, I probably just put you there because I was mad at you this week because you was going after Tiff. But I think Kenzie deserves to be on the tides could turn. Like if Kenzie and Tiffany could run this, if they could go after Maria and Charlie, like I would forgive. Let me take this down. Let me take this down and tell you what I would do. I would go ahead and forgive Q and his chaos because, like I said, he's going to the end with zero votes. And I would just let Q be out there. Nobody wants to work with him. I would be going after Maria and Charlie if I was Kenzie, not Tiffany. Because who's going to back you up when it's time to go after Maria and Charlie? Do you really think you can beat Maria and Charlie? I don't know what's going through these people's minds. And I'm trying not to call you Emily 3.0 girlfriend, but I don't understand why you would even want to go after Tiffany. So what, she has an idol. Tiffany would probably play that idol for you. I think Tiffany was so down with the, what's their names? Yanu 3, that if either one of y'all was in danger, she would have done something to help you all out with that idol. I really believe Tiffany would have been down like that until she heard y'all was running her name in y'all mouth. Does Tiffany know about Kenzie? I don't think Tiffany knows about Kenzie yet, but girl, I'm trying to tell you, even though I know this already been filmed and edited, I'm trying to tell you about Kenzie, girl. I don't know. But if Yanu could have stayed together, see, that's why Maria and Charlie gonna win, because they really not trying to get rid of Ben either. I don't think they care about Ben, but they know Ben will vote with them, and they really not targeting Ben either. So if y'all could have did the same thing, see, that's where y'all messed up. Y'all should have voted out Charlie when y'all had the chance, but nobody wants to go to the end with their allies. They always think it's better to go to the end with strangers. And mind you, that's what made this season very entertaining, because it wasn't Yanu versus Siga versus Nami. We really did see an intermingling of contestants and not just the intermingling of tribes going at each other. I do appreciate that, but in the end, it's kind of stupid. I don't know what Yanu is doing, or Nami. Like I think Nami just hated each other. They were together way too long, and they couldn't wait to start taking shots at each other. But Yanu, I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what y'all doing. Let me go through the comments, and then I'm probably gonna end this a few minutes early and start up the challenge so I could DoorDash my food. I think I kind of went through the comments already, but let me see where I left. It is frustrating because literally nobody is targeting Maria and Charlie, and they're obviously a duo. They still Siga strong. It's kind of like they were so worried about Siga being Siga strong that they did Maria and Charlie's dirty work. Because Maria and Charlie didn't give a damn about Tim, or who else did they vote out for Siga? Whoever it was, I don't forget. Oh, girl who looked like Liz. I don't already forgot her name. But they did kind of Siga's dirty work, and then they got out the weakest people. It's like, oh, we got to get out. See, that's why y'all should never listen to Q's ass. We gonna build an alliance of the strongest people, and we gonna bring in the strong. Who wants to go to the end with all the strongest people? That's what people say to save face. I want to beat the best. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about none of that. We're gonna get into that on the challenge as well. I don't give a damn about none of that. I'm here to win $1 million. You can call me weak, scary, whatever you want to call me on the Twitter feeds, but guess what? You ain't gonna call me after I cash my $1 million check. You ain't gonna call me broke. So I don't care. I don't care nothing about going to the end with the best. The way I rolled my eyes at Kenzie when she mentioned Tiff, I think I had to take a pause and tweet again. I think I was tweeting today watching this episode. I was highly upset when Kenzie said Tiff. Like if she would, but she couldn't have said Maria because she was talking Maria. That would have been if Tiff would. I mean, if Kenzie would have went up to Tiffany, and you couldn't say it to Q because Q. If she would have went up to Tiff, Venus, Liz, and said, "Look, everybody going for Hunter tonight, or Q. Why not get Maria?" I would have went up for that. But hey, she ain't the mastermind Banu thought she was. Exactly, Qual. Why is no one mentioned? I don't know why they ain't mentioning that. It must be the... Oh. Anyway, Angie, don't go there. Angie, don't go there. And when you go after your number one, you look untrustworthy to people, right? And people will come after you because you aren't loyal. I 100% agree. I never understand why you think, oh, you'll get rid of Tiff. Oh, so you damn sure get rid of me. Oh, that's why I say when y'all do that kind of stuff, Tevin, you usually end up sitting right next to them. I can't wait to see this jury. I kind of want them to vote off Q so he could be on the jury when we had them jury segments. I kind of want Q to be at the Ponderosa, and I want a camera there for all the chaos. Y'all have to capture it, but I don't know. Y'all think, put it in the chat real quick. Y'all think they're going to vote out Q, or Q is getting dragged to the end as a 0 vote finalist? I already read that one, but I agree. Hunter acting like everybody hasn't been lying all season. I would have played that. Hunter just saw what they did to your best friend Tevin last week. You just saw what they did to Tevin, and you really sitting up here, you want to trust them this week? I would have trusted their asses, but I would have played my idol too, just in case. You the survivor guru, climbing trees and all that. Play the idol and then go look for it again the next day. At least you live another day. I never understand going home with idols in your pocket. I never understand telling people about your idol, but then you don't play it. Like, oh, I'm just going to gamble it every week. You know, maybe. Shout out to Mary Ann. I think Mary Ann is the last person I've seen have an idol in their pocket and didn't play it. No, Carolyn didn't tell nobody about her idol. But see, everybody was mad at Carolyn because Carolyn played her idol and it wasn't needed. But at least she played it and kept it a secret. Need it or not, she said, oh, I'm going to the next trial. Anyway. The way Hunter went out was messed up. It's better to play your idol unnecessarily like Carolyn than to go home with it in your pocket. Agreed. Like everybody else outside of Carolyn and Mary Ann. Everybody else be going home with their idol in their pocket. I was living for heaven and soda. I read that. That's why I need Q to be out there. Q is going to give us what we need in the jury segment. But I just don't know if they're going to vote him out anymore. If Tiffany don't play her idol next episode, she probably going home. Tiff, don't risk it. You had a bigger fish in front of you this week, but next week, Tiff, you better believe it's your turn next week, and you better play that idol. If anything, you need to be on the beach searching for it. You need to be Drea. You need to have all the idols and advantages in your pocket. And Tiff, if you find the second idol, if you tell anybody about that second idol, I will be over you, Tiff. You need to play the idol you have, find the second one, and keep that one a complete secret. The secrecy of having the idol is what makes it powerful, because everybody could pile the votes on you, and now you have the only vote. That's what makes the secrecy of it so powerful. Because when you start to telling people you have an idol, then they could switch their votes. And so you save, but that's when you end up not even needing to play it. I don't know. Y'all done went back every other aspect of old school Survivor, but keeping secrets. Yes, Angie, Tiff was talking too much at Tribal and going back and forth with Q. I agree. Everybody don't like Q. What do we have to say? We don't trust his ass no more. I see Kenzie winning. They giving her the winner's edit. The only way anybody can win this game is if they get Maria and Charlie out. If Maria and or Charlie is sitting at that final three, I don't see anybody else being able to talk a better game. Everybody, even if it wasn't Maria and Charlie's idea, everybody had to come through Maria and Charlie to get their plans to work. And if Maria and Charlie didn't like your plan, they would go with this plan or make up their own plan. I don't see how anybody wins if those two people are sitting there. If y'all can get rid of Maria and Charlie the next 2 weeks, the game is wide open. Wide open. Anybody could win it then, except for Q. But I do want Tiff to win. You know, I root for everybody black, but I just don't see it happening this season. This ain't the season. Sorry. I don't see it, but it could, I could be surprised. I would be so surprised if Q wins. Who's voting for Q? I felt that Hunter should win this season. Well, we see where he's sitting at. And look at Nami. Nami is 1, 2, 3. The main ones at the beginning of the season. Nami. 1, 2, 3. Now that he's gone, I'm rooting for Tiffany, even though I think she's going to go. I agree. After her, I could care less who wins. I still care. I still care. I don't care about Q anymore, but I like Maria. I like everybody. I wouldn't even be mad if Liz won, but I don't think Liz is winning either. I'm rooting for Venus too. Venus got out her biggest ops. Yes, 1, 2, and 3. And none of them like her. She's definitely not winning. That should be called respect. That would be a very bitter jury if Venus makes it to the end. And since episode 1, y'all have hated Venus, but y'all never took any kind of opportunity to vote her ass out. That's called respect. And I would hate for the jury to do that to her, because I do think Venus is playing a good game, slightly delulu, but still a good game. And if Venus is there, if Venus can get out Maria and Charlie, I think she can make a run for it. I think Tiff and Maria have a good chance. Not together. They have to get one or the other out. I want Q to find Hunters. Can you imagine? Qua, can you imagine? Because Q not going to keep that idol a secret. He going to run around the beach and be like, you can vote me out if you want to. Look, chaotic. I kind of want that to happen too, because over anything, I ain't getting $1 million, so I just want good TV. Yes, that would be a hot mess. Yes. Or Q could go for an immunity run and just start winning all the immunity challenges now that Hunter is gone. Mess. I don't know. Because they getting ready to start going back to puzzles and stacking blocks and stuff like that. I don't know if Q is good at any of that, but we'll see. We'll see. The way I love Q and his mess. Glenda, we here for good messy TV. Let me tell y'all something real quick. This got nothing to do with Survivor. Absolutely nothing. And I'm sure I don't want to say you people, but you all, I'm sure everybody who's over here watching Survivor probably don't even watch the Oprah Winfrey Network. I could be wrong. But anyway, they have a show called The Never Ever Mets on OWN. It comes on Friday nights. If you want some mess, just straight up people being messy, putting all their business in the street for absolutely no damn reason, tune in. I will be reviewing the show. I'm going to review the show on my channel and Saturdays on Kamisha's panel. Mess. It ain't strategic mess. It ain't Survivor mess. It's just reality TV mess. It's about people who've been dating online and this is their first time meeting. One couple has been dating for 12 years, but oh boy has a 3-year-old. Mind blown. Very first episode, we got domestic violence. Now, I ain't here for the domestic violence, but I'm like, ma'am, if he'll knock you out on TV, what you think he gonna do to you at home? And it seems like she still don't want to leave him. And I don't understand because this y'all first time meeting. The way my phone would have been on the 9, the 1, and the 1. The 9, the 1, and the 1. TV show would have been on hold. It's messy. And since it ain't me or none of my cousins, I'm watching it and reviewing it. Okay, back to Survivor. Exactly. Tiffany the type to play the idol for her allies. I agree. But they all turned on her. Now she really don't have anybody. Tiffany doesn't have anybody. I could see Tiffany. If Tiffany linked up with, but see, Maria don't like her because you said her name. Tiffany has a path to the end. Everybody wants her out. I don't know how she gets there. I don't see how people get voted off and not be bitter. I would have flicked everybody off if I went out like that. Yes, because Hunter was begging people at the tribal council. We stick it to the plan, right? It's Q. He literally was like, "It's Q. It's Q. You vote for Q? Okay, Q." I don't give a damn what them people would have said in my face. I would have played my idol. You can't get mad. I don't care. Hunter can't get mad because he had protection in his. That's like these men all up in the child support court talking about their baby mamas when they got the condoms in their pocket, but they want to hit it raw. That was Hunter. And now he's stuck on the child support for 18 years sitting on that jury. I'm mad at you. You got to be mad at yourself. You should have pulled your protection out, but no, you want to keep the protection. It feel kind of good. You want to keep, you think you trust. You believe she said she was on the pill, but now you're sitting on child support jury. That's where Hunter is sitting. Sorry. We don't feel no kind of way. Sorry for these men paying all this child support when the condoms is $5.99 or however much they are. I don't know, but we don't feel no kind of way sorry for them. So I don't feel no kind of way sorry for Hunter. Nope. Evita, you watch it. It's a mess. It's a mess. I wasn't on the panel last Saturday. I was busy. Well, I had a sorority meeting last week, so I couldn't be on the panel. But I will link back up with Kamisha this week to get on the panel because that Ready to Love is kind of like, it's kind of dry. This is messy. And it's kind of like, I wouldn't put my business in the streets like this, but hey, it is messy. And it's new mess. It's kind of fresh, refreshing. It's kind of over Ready to Love, but I'm into the Never Ever Mets. But anyway, y'all, I did my best to get it to an hour. I did my best to get it to the hour. I don't have nothing else to say about Hunter and Tiffany and Q and all Mackenzie, all they mess. But Survivor CBS, y'all got something right this season. I don't know if it was the casting. I think it was we don't have as many advantages. We didn't see too many trips up the mountain. We didn't worry about that hourglass. Oh, I think CBS, do y'all think CBS listens to me? Because I told them to take away that Ask Me Idol. It was just the past few seasons, it was way too many advantages. And I feel like the more advantages people play safer, when it's less advantages, you could really take your shots. Like, what do we have now? Just one idol and we know who has it. Y'all got rid of the extra votes. It's like, okay, I like this season. I don't know if it's the less advantages or if it's just the cast, but whatever it is, I'm here for 46. You can't judge a book by its cover. Because preseason, I was kind of like, oh, these people kind of look boring. Oh, and last season, everybody quit, and that kind of turned me off as well. But you're right. It was is it the advantages? I think that's what it is. It's people can play more freely because they aren't scared about, oh, somebody about to ask me for my idol. Because that Ask Me Idol made so many dumb moves. People putting the idols in people backpacks, y'all trying to slide it to each other. Remember, old girl had her hand out like this, like, give me the idol. But old boy had already gave it to somebody else. It was too much. It's too much some of those seasons. I like good old-fashioned Survivor. That was hilarious when she was like, give me the idol. I bet you won't give it to nobody else. Now, that's something y'all learned. I bet y'all won't give idols to nobody else. Y'all will tell everybody about them, but you ain't gonna give them to nobody else. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for the support. Please go back and like the video if you haven't liked it. Please, what's the other stuff? Share the content. I appreciate all of that. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's some more stuff coming up that I'm getting ready to get into tonight. I'm not going to review this show, but on Amazon Prime, that show Them is back. And if you didn't watch season 1 of Them, it's kind of like a horror, racial drama story. Season 1 was so good. Season 2 of Them is out, and it's like a completely new story. So I'm going to get into that tonight. The Circle, the next set of episodes of The Circle are out. I'm about to get into that. Check out my Circle review if you haven't checked that out. I was kind of upset that nobody went home in the first 4 episodes, but we're about to get The Circle rolling. I know somebody went home tonight. So I'm going to get into The Circle over the weekend. And me and Abby will be back in a few weeks for The Ultimatum, South Africa. So that looks like some good drama over there too. So it's a couple of new shows coming up. If you have any new shows that you want me to check out, please DM me, put it in the comments, and I will look at it. Oh, that too, Dejan. We didn't get all the I don't want to say nothing bad, but we didn't get all of the sad stories. Like, ain't nobody's sister passed away. Ain't nobody lost their left arm. Ain't nobody was thrown on the corner since they was 2 years old and they was raised by the streets. Like, we didn't get none of these sad love songs. And I feel like sometimes you should cast people for their personality, not their story. And Banu really didn't have a sad story. He just was an emotional person. And I love Banu. I love that about him. I didn't like that he told all of his tribe's business, but I really did like Banu. I don't want him to have a second chance. Y'all was on Twitter begging for him to get a second chance. No, we're going to let him stay at home, but we liked him. Y'all think Sia would give Banu some money? Because he really did pull at people's heartstrings. And Sia loves a good heartstring moment. And the lack of everyone being buddy-buddy. The only buddies we really see are Maria and Charlie. Yes. Everyone protecting one person. Like, we aren't going to touch the non-melanated alliance. Oh, that non-melanated alliance drove me crazy last season. But it is what it is. We over season 45. We on to 46. I hope they already got 47. They should be out there filming and editing. But anyway, y'all gonna make me talk for hours. I talk too much. I'm about to get into the challenge. Please come over and support the challenge if you love the challenge All Stars 4, because All Stars 4 is not missing either. It's really good episodes. And with all that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that. Appreciate the support. I will see you all next Thursday for the next set of episodes. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.